Good afternoon. With special excitement that I am pleased to welcome Professor Babasaheb Patil to the second session of the FDP course. He is working with Bharati Vidyapeeth Institute of Management and Rural Development Administration since last 19 years. He also worked for various industries for 3 years. His major research area is ERP solutions and ICT. He is also working as a consultant with various organizations to provide ERP solutions. Now, in the second session of the FDP, he will discuss about Google Classroom and I request him to take charge of the session. Thank you.
एक मिनट नाही, बोलू दे की. Okay. A very good afternoon to all the participants from various states of the India and abroad. Today, for a second session, I welcome all the faculty members, and the topic for today's session is a Google Classroom. So, in this pandemic situation, teaching and learning is a difficult from various reasons, but technology tools like Google Classroom plays a vital role in this scenario. And Google Classroom is an online learning platform developed by Google for education institutions. It is a virtual learning environment, or VLE, or it is a LMS, that is learning management system, that let us teachers creates virtual classroom, creates and distribute classwork, and shares announcement. Google Classroom is a platform where you can teach and learning culture across the institutions, engage your students, and supports better teaching. It is a product of Google. Initial stable release of the Google Classroom is released on 12th of October 2014. So in the next month, Google Classroom is celebrating its 7th birthday. It is available with various operating systems like iOS, Android. The latest version of Google Classroom is 5.4.182.05.46. Also, it is available with PC, mobile, and tab versions. There are various features of a Google Classroom which can be used for teaching and learning activity. That is, we can set classroom theme with institution logo or color. We can reuse assignments of our archived classes, tests, or other course content in the future classes. Also, we can add the assignments with various modes such as videos, PDFs, Google Docs, or Google Forms. We can also share video links or images from other websites to the Google Classroom. We can view assignments, announcements, and other resources on the class resource page. We can also draft assignments or announcements and schedule them to post on the later date. We can use Google Calendar to track assignment due dates. Also, we can export the grade which is calculated in the CSV format for further use. We can set permissions on to make posts and comments, or we can mute individual students, and we can set permissions on which teachers can create and manage the class. There are various other advantages of Google Classroom, that is, it saves teachers time. We'll see how it can save teachers time. Number one feature is we can add student with a unique class code which is provided by Google Classroom for each and every class. Another feature is we can manage multiple classes simultaneously in the one group. That is, we can reuse existing announcement, assignments, or questions from various classes. We can share posts, etc. Also, for a single class, we can attach another 20 instructors simultaneously. and it is enriched with assignment features like you can add YouTube videos, Google Forms, PDFs, or from Google Drive, you can share the contents. We can customize assignments for grading. There are some assignments which are ungraded, we can keep it is. There are some assignments we can grade it with some points, and we can decide a due dates for particular assignments. Another important feature of Google Classroom is communication and collaboration. So collaborative learning we can achieve through Google Classroom, because we can access this Google Classroom anytime, anywhere by 24 by 7. And we can achieve real-time feedback at any time from students. We can, another feature is we can create a class discussion. We can manage also class discussion, so to allow students to discuss amongst them, or we can mute students also. And for Google Classroom, with a single sign in, we can connect with Google Classroom. And one more last but not least important feature of Google Classroom is a personal data protection. That is, Google Classroom is according to the terms of service of Google, which includes Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act 1974, that is, it is a FERPA Compliance Act, where the data which we are providing to the Google is not shared for any other purposes or not given to the third party according to this FERPA Act. So the data which we are working with Google Classroom is a very safe. Now we'll see how actually Google Classroom works. So this is a URL for connecting with Google Classroom. If you will type this URL, and if you have already created classes, after successful login, it will appear these kind of screens. The first condition for using Google Classroom, you should have a Google account. After sign in, if you will type this, or simply you can type Google Classroom login and provide your Gmail, it will log in and screen will looks like this. So this screen, because already I have some classes, so it is showing this class. Otherwise it will show a blank screen because no classes is created. Then we'll see the process of creating classes. This is a plus sign. If you will click that plus sign, it provides the two options by Google Classroom. Number one is a join class, and number two is a create class. So if you are a student, you can first join this class with join class option, and if you are a teacher, you can create a new class. So let us see, we want to create the new class, that is FDP ICT IMRDA Sangli. We'll demonstrate how to go with creation and the management of this class. So our aim is to create this class through Google Classroom. So after pressing new create class, this particular pop-up will come and it will ask for terms and conditions, which version that you are using to create class. After pressing the continue, it will appear the screen and it will ask to provide the details of class, that is class name. For example, I am giving that class name FDP ICT IMRDA Sangli. The section is a faculty development program and subject is ICT tools. And if you want to allocate a room for that, you can provide a room number. After pressing that create button, your class is ready for use by Google Classroom. So this is a, we can say, dashboard of a Google Classroom, where if you see carefully, this includes a class code which is unique for each and every class, where this class is identified by this class code, and immediately it will ask to invite students to your class, because this is a new class and there is no any student which is created. And something like that, this is a code, class code, which is generated by, you have to keep in mind to ask student to join this class with this unique class code. So this is a dashboard, that is important components of Google Classroom. If you will see here, there is a stream, classwork, people, and grades. And very important thing is this is a theme which is default given by Google Classroom, where this is a default theme of the Google Classroom. You can choose your own theme of class, that is institutional logo or any photo, customize the photo you want to select as a theme. It is possible with that theme. We'll see how to do that. After selecting select theme, this kind of menu will appear where very customized by default themes are available with some categories like general category, English and history, maths, arts, sports, or other themes which are available, and you can choose any of that will be chosen for your class. Then we'll see gear icon. This is a icon. After selecting that gear icon, it shows all the details related to your class. So whatever information we have provided to create new class, that information will be displayed in that gear icon. Another section of that gear icon is a general, where class code is available. Also streaming, where we can control the streaming of our class, that is student can only post and comment, or we can choose as student can only comment, or we can choose as only teachers can post or comment, where we can control our streaming of the class. And the third sub part of the gear icon is a grading, that is we can calculate grade for the any assignment work or class work which we have provided to students, where there are some assignments like non-graded assignments for exercise we have given, so we can give that, or we can give topic points, or we can weight it by category of the subject. Now we'll discuss the components of classroom. Components of Google Classroom. So this is a heart of Google Classroom. These are 4 components. Number 1 is a stream. Number 2 or B is a people. Number 3 is a classwork, and number 4 is a grade. We'll discuss one by one. Number 1 is a stream. So stream is a facility or a component which is provided by Google Classroom, where we can stream with our class. We can post our announcements, any kind of discussions through that stream portion. After selecting that, the menu will looks like that. Here, if by default, if you have any announcement, that announcements will be displayed in the upcoming events, where you can view it at one portion. Another portion is for which class you want to make that announcement. By default, it is a chosen class, that is for FDP, ICT, IMRDA. And one more option is for how many students or all students or specific students or group of students you want to make that announcement. This facility is also provided by that. So this is a share with your class. Along with that, it provides that along with that post, it provides so you can add the content for posting from your Google Drive, any stuff you have already present on the Google Drive. It is you can post or share with the class. Or if any link, URL link you want to provide for your student, you can give that link. Or also you can upload the file contents which is stored in your drives, either PC, laptops, or including mobiles. It is possible. Or also you can provide any YouTube video to the students. One more component of this stream is a task and reminders. You can set all the tasks related to that class with using Google Calendar with their tasks, different tasks and reminder. So we'll see how to create that task. Here you have to give the title of the task, then on which date that event or task is there, any guest information, and through which that task is conducted. For example, today I have scheduled this event as a task. So 1st July 1 to 2, and their descriptions. After save, at any time you can see date wise all the tasks which you have scheduled for. So it is displaying from 1 to 2 FDP ICT Google Classroom. In this way, all tasks are displayed with your dashboard that you can see. Also, it provides to set reminders. So this facility is also provided by Google Classroom. So this was the contents of part A, that is the streaming. Another important component of the Google Classroom is a people menu. People is the students and teachers. So it provides with two options. That is, you can invite your student by class code which is generated at the beginning, which is very unique, or you can choose second option, that is invite by email or name also. Both are available. For example, I want to invite by email or name. Suppose it is a Gmail account, and if you only type, it will show the name of that particular student or teacher where you want to invite it. And second option is join by class code. So here is a class code through which you can join that class. If you will click for join class and only just put the code, unique code which is provided by Google Classroom, you will be in that particular class and you will join the class. And after sending the invitation from Google Classroom, your menu will look like this. So the students will get that email, that is, this mail is from that particular teacher, and you have to just click for join. After only clicking join, automatically class is joined by students. And after joining, this is a teacher, this is a students list. So all the invitations that we have sent to the students either through mail, so that all students will join, or those students who are directly joining through a class code, that also list of the students is displaying here. So this is student section. What teacher can do with these options? So all the students which are present for your class and who have joined the class, you can send email to all students or specific students. Also, you can remove or mute that particular student. And this is a people menu. Number 3. So we have seen streaming, we have seen peoples. Number 3 or C is a classwork. Now we want to actually do the classwork with your students. So after clicking classwork, it shows that menu, and this is a plus sign. After pressing that plus sign, it shows these different kinds of options, where for your specific class you can create your assignments. Also, you can create your quiz assignments, or you can create question papers, or you can create any other study material including notes or further reference material. You can create it, or you can reuse the previous classes post through present class. And you can also arrange the class material with the topic wise also. So this is a facility of classwork where you can manage your class. So first we'll see how to create assignment with Google Classroom. So while clicking that assignment, it asks to provide a title of assignment. For example, I am creating that assignment for class FDP-ICT for all students, and I am providing this assignment for a 25 marks, and the due date is the 5th of July, and topic is a fundamental of ICT. So we have to provide assignment number 1. You can write instructions. It is optional, but you can provide like write your answers in home assignment books, solve any 5 questions, or any other specific instruction teacher wants to give to the students. They can provide instructions, and you can attach your assignment with stored Google Drive or through links, or you can upload file from your drive, or you can provide YouTube video also. The second option is you can create quizzes also. So you can create quiz, and if you'll select, so this is for example sample quiz. You can write instructions for quiz, for how many marks, for how many time, and other details. It will show the blank screen. That is a blank quiz form. After selecting that create form, it shows that demo form, and which shows initially, for example, blank quiz, where you can write our name of that quiz and you can
निकिता
add a questions.
स्कैन स्कैनर हो गया तो
These
कागज
are
स्कैनर आ गया
number of these are
कागज
number of
स्कैनर
types of questions you can create
लिंक
through our quiz. That is, you can create a short answer type of questions. We can create a paragraph. We can create a multiple choice, check boxes, drop downs, or we can upload file, any image if you want to give in your quiz, and on that image if you want to ask some questions, this is also possible. Or linear scale, multiple choice grid, check boxes, etc. These are the types of questions we can create through the blank quiz on the Google quiz. This is a sample quiz that I have created. It will look, after creating that quiz, it will look like this. For example, this is a question ICT stands for. So choose that correct answer. It will be a green. And another portion of that quiz is responses. Once the quiz that we have created and we want to send it to the student, there is a send option. After successfully creating that quiz, there is a send option. We can send it to the all students. So students will get email, and if you the students will click for that mail, that quiz will be open. Students can solve that quiz at any time, and after submission, the menu of the quiz will look like this. For example, responses. So I have sent it for one student, so there is a one responses. Those students who are responded, the total number of responses we can see in the response. And if you will click for that responses, if that student is solving, the counter is increasing, and we can see how many students have responded to the quiz. So in summary, it shows, for example, this is a insights. One particular quiz or test you have conducted, actually what is happening, how many questions we have put it on that quiz, how many students have responded to that quiz, how many students have solved how many questions, and what is the average marks which is received by students, what is the individual students marks, and what is the ranges of that point. This is also possible with that insights. So teacher can analyze what is actually happening, which type of questions our students have understood very good, which type of questions students have not understood very good. So we have to give again clarification related to that particular points. So in that insights, through Google Classroom, we can analyze the students for topic wise, question wise, points wise, or lesson wise. Second is, we can, this is an example of assign the work to the students. For example, I have created one assignment like a preliminary examination. I have uploaded, sent to the students, assigned it to 24 students. And one more facility is after assignment to the all students, how many students have replied to that assignment or submitted. So this is a turn in. For example, in 24, one student have submitted the assignment. So the turn in will be 1. Suppose 3 students have left. The counter here we can see how many students have replied and how many students have not replied. So for that, the Google Classroom provides a grading. That is, we can grade also through Google Classroom. So total number of how many assignments we have given to the students, that is preliminary examination, assignment number 1, assignment number 2, assignment number 3, how many students have submitted that assignment, after submission, after grading, how many marks that students have received. So that marks will be also here. So through the total track record of particular class is possible to view for teacher anytime, anywhere. So this is grading. So here the class which is created for our demonstration, we have posted one assignment, that is practicals on Google Classroom. So I have assigned one and turn init 0. Once that particular student will submit, that counter will be 1, and students want to view that assignment, he will click, students can view that assignment also. So this is about Google Classroom loop. So we'll have a hands-on with Google Classroom. So just give me a few seconds. Now we want to use a Google Classroom. And for that you should have a Gmail account. If you want to create a Google Classroom, that is Google Classroom, and click for classroom.google.com. This thing you can do it. You can download that application through Play Store for mobile users and for okay, fine. There was problem with screen share. So I hope you are getting the screen. So we'll see to how to go with Google Classroom. So you can just type on any browser, that is Google classroom.google.com, and if you log in successfully, it will display all the classrooms that you have created. So I have these classrooms which already I have created. So it is showing this message. If you don't have any class, so it will show a blank screen. Now as we have demonstrated, our aim is to create this classroom as a new classroom. So it will show that 4 components as we have discussed in our presentation, that is a stream, classwork, people, and grades. So these are our previous posts that we have done it. We want to share with our class something. So and for example, post, the teacher can do this. And
I'll keep laptop here.
so different types of posts that teacher can post on. Here we can use this streaming option for discussion forum. You can use as a discussion forum also. We can ignite discussion for on any topic and ask students to express their views. So we can achieve here a collaborative learning on any unit or any point for discussion with students. So students can discuss amongst them and teacher can monitor that discussions. If teacher wants to mute that particular student, this is also possible. Second is a classwork. Here we want to create a new classwork for a students. For example, suppose I want to create a assignment. So give title of that assignment, assignment number 2, the instructions, write answers in home assignment book or any other instructions. And if you will choose here add, you can add that assignment from your drive also, it is possible, and that assignment will be uploaded. And here you can decide that points are, suppose I want to give ungraded, so no points will be assigned. Suppose I want to give for a 25 marks, so 25 marks will be assigned to that particular assignment. We can decide a due date. You can choose a date from calendar, for example 10, so that will be a due date. On topic, if in the topic list, if that particular topic is there, you can choose that topic, and you can add rubrics also. So another feature is for how many students you want to send that assignment. If there is some specialization or group, you can choose for all the students, or you can choose for a specific student. Suppose for one student I want to share that assignment, it is possible with this option also. Or if there are other classes, if particular assignment is there and the same assignment is applicable for some, you want to share with some one or more classes, so it will display list of classes, and just to choose it, that assignment will be posted on that particular classes with a single click. This is also possible. So this is assignment work. Second is a quiz assignment. You can create a quiz through Google Classroom. You can give title of quiz, for example sample quiz, write some instructions and create that Google form. So it will show this menu. You can type the question, for example and if you want to provide that options, you can choose from that type of which type of question you want to ask. So we'll choose a multiple choice questions. It will provide to give options for that classes. That is, for example, option number 1, I want to give information and communication, or technology. In this way we can add that questions, and if you want to add another question, you choose this. But if you are choosing this question, any type of question that you can choose, and after sending that send button, that quiz will be sent to the all students that you have seen in the morning session, and the responses will be come in that responses menu. Okay, so in this way you can create a quiz to that particular class. Next menu is people's menu. If this is a teachers and this is a list of students we have connected with your class. For example, with this class, Dr. Narwalkar madam have right now joined, so that counter is now 2. So in this way, through code, with only code students can join, or you can invite the student with this invitation also. For example, yes, it will surely stop the names, or directly you can choose email and just invite. The student will get invitation on that mail, and after clicking that join button, this is the invitation sent. If student will open that mail and click for join, automatically student will be added in that particular section. Also simultaneously we can add teachers, multiple teachers. Right now one teacher is there, and collaboratively that one or many teachers wants to teach. For example, section 1 is with particular teacher and section 2 is with particular teacher. So we can add teachers also. Near about 20 teachers we can add through this button. So this is people's. Number last component is grading. So the assignment which is submitted, we have assigned previously and submitted by all the students. The list will be shown in this manner. For example, assignment number 1, assignment number 2. Out of that, how many students have got the marks? So this is a situation, for example. So turned in assigned 2 and turned in 0. One student will write that assignment, it will be appeared in turn in menu. So this is all about Google Classroom. So this is from my side. If you have any questions, we can start our question answer session.
Hello. Hello.
Hi, yes, sir.
Hello.
Please.
Very good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, sir.
So the problem is that once the Google Classroom we assign the exam, for example, 125 marks paper exams we conducted,
Okay.
we assign and then on the deadline, like a timing is like a 1 hour time, and we are told that at least you can submit by 5 minutes extra. So 1:05. If the students try to submit after 1:05, so they can't able to submit because the time is completed.
Okay,
Means
yes.
it is. So if when we give we do, when we assess the paper, this Google, we do the assessment and then
Okay.
we score it up. So the score, the students who are given in a time, we can score them. But the
Okay.
students who are unscored, what can do for them?
Okay. So for that, you have to extend the date and time. The time allocated
Okay.
for test that you can extend.
We can extend.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have to
Even though
extend
for
before.
grading assignment, particular assignment which is given to you, and suppose on that particular date students have not submitted assignment, so it will show missing.
Okay.
It will show missing, and still you want to
It's-
in that particular student. So you can extend the due date.
Okay. Okay. So we can extend the due date.
Yeah,
Fine.
yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So may I ask you a question, please?
Please,
This is
ma'am.
Narwadkar here.
Please, madam.
Yeah. Sir, the marks which the students have secured, if we don't want to show those marks to them, then what is the provision? How can we keep it secret?
Unless and until you are not, means there is an option. The students can see that options is there, no? Through which you can hide.
Okay, okay. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi, yes, madam.
Yes, sir, I'm Nidhi. Actually, my question is, you are just talking about the assignment. Is it possible that if we are talking, if we will conduct the test examination, let's say if I am taking a test, so for that, is it possible if I'll make it like 1 hour or say 30 minutes time, and after that the responses would be closed. So is it possible in the Google Classroom that we
Yes.
can conduct test?
Yes, it is possible. Actually, Google Classroom, the form that you have seen it morning also. So
Yes,
this kind
yes.
of form is only connected to that class. So there you can stop responses option is there. You choose that stop responses. No student will submit the assignment.
Okay, but sir, in the morning also I have asked like how to set that timer into our our Google form. So
Okay.
that I doesn't know how to make it. Is it some kind of feature that is inbuilt in Google Forms, or we can add some new features or something advanced feature into them? So how we can do it? So can you throw light into that?
Yes, it is possible, madam. After finishing this session, just you pin me. We'll see that demo.
Okay, okay, sir,
Okay.
thank you.
Hello.
Hi, yes, madam. Sound. Actually, I'm not getting your sound, madam. Please, you can type in chat box. I can be. हाँ sir.
Hello, sir. So one question is that we can conduct like MCQ, we can conduct like small objective types, but is it possible in Google Classroom? Can we conduct long LAQ? Is it possible? Just
Which type of exam?
LAQ.
Elective. What
That
kind
is
of
long
answer will be there for that question?
LAQ, long answer question, sir. Not possible.
Long answer
no?
means some paragraph type questions we can type it.
Okay.
Or second, means suppose you want to write in the notebooks or on the paper.
Yes.
Student can with CamScan, he can take a snap, create a PDF, and he can upload.
Fine.
One more option is.
Hello.
Hi, yes, sir.
Nadab sir here, sir. Sir, our experience is that when we take the test, objective type test, students are taking another mobile, keeping aside, and then they are Googling it, and then they are submitting the answers. Because of this, what is happening now? The students who are good in operating mobiles,
Yes.
they are getting more marks.
Yeah, exactly.
The objective seems to be, it will not be a justifiable way of taking the test and giving internal marks. I really feel.
So each coin has a two sides. First thing is that for this question, we can on the same mobile if you are Googling, Google is not providing this, but from another mobile, this may be happen.
Yeah, this is what the students are doing.
Yeah.
The most irregular student has got maximum marks in some of the tests.
Yes. So I think it should be conducted in controlled environment.
So again, that is again a questionable. In control environment, you have to provide cameras and everything so that we can have a watch on the candidates, which is I think it is not visible.
Yes, it's true. But I think Google is working on that. hope that in coming days there may be some solution on this kind of
Okay,
problem.
sir.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Sir.
What is, sir?
Yes, sir.
How many students can be joined? How many students can be joined at a time?
At a time is which type of actually version of that Google Classroom that you are using? Either that free or that personal or GSoup account. I think 100 students have been provided for a free.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. And nice session.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for patiently listening. So those who have questions, you can either type on chat box or you can mail also. The answers for all the questions will be replied to you.
One more question I need to ask. Like nowadays, there are so many other companies are also providing this LMS and virtual classrooms and all. So how it would be like Google Classroom would be better than the other companies? Like, is there any kind of such features like
Yes,
which is really yes?
yes, there are so many LMS right now available in the market.
Yes.
But as far as Google is concerned, as we have discussed, it is with some act that we have explained at a second slide. On the basis of that, the data which we are sharing to Google Classroom is somewhat safe.
Okay.
So that is one good facility provided by Google Classroom.
Okay. And so for this, only email IDs are required for like if we don't have like suppose we don't have any email ID, then how we can invite a student into that particular?
Email ID of Google or any other?
If there is no email ID of that particular student
Class,
who we want to
and in this case Google Classroom will not help because you should have minimum email account or any other account, but he will not
any
able
account.
to.
So we can invite any account holder, like if the people have Rediff and the other mail ID, we can invite them also.
They can.
Okay. Okay, sir. Thank you.
But he will not download that app apart from Gmail account.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. So basic requirement is a Gmail to use that.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Sir, can you, sir? Hello, sir.
Hi, yes.
Can you share this presentation to all the participants by mail?
Surely. After the end of this FDP, we'll share that presentation to all the faculty.
And
Also,
kindly send that how we can add the timer also,
sure,
because that is also very.
And one more thing is that the code which we have discussed in our presentation, again also I am typing that in the chat box. You can use that code and join this demo class which I have created, where we can clarify our other doubts. If you have other doubts also.
Okay, so you can share that code, na? You should share that code so that I can write it down.
Okay, no problem. We'll share it with you. And where you can ask also, you can submit the assignment, one demo assignment I have posted on that class. You can solve, and those who have not seen, they can do practical also.
Okay.
I will reply to that all questions.
Right. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello. This is Padil sir from Bharti Solapur Management, sir.
Yes, sir. Very nice.
Sir. Nice presentation is there, sir. Only one small question is that, sir, how do we get backup?
Backup actually Google Classroom itself is on the Google Cloud.
It is difficult, sir. What happened? Suppose our management asks to do the backup of this academic year. Whatever sessions we conducted, all these things.
Okay, sir. For that there is an archive facilities there. You can make that particular class archive. It will remains on the cloud, and again you can make it unarchived. All the stuff which is stored, that will be available to you.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Classes archive.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Classes archive. So it will be stored in that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whole class is stored for future use also. Means for if you are showing to the any committees, for that purpose also we can use. So I hope that
Hello.
all questions are
Sir,
over.
one
and-
more thing, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Attendance in a Google Classroom.
Attendance, actually specific menu is not there, but you can create the Google form for that. It is possible, but direct attendance menu is not there.
Okay. So the students who are participant, we can mark as present, and those who
Yes,
are not
yes, yes.
participant.
Yes. Just let me share that class code, or you can mail your all queries to. I'm giving my email address. Okay. 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 I'm handing that session to Dr. Pujari, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. There are some comments regarding the session. Very informative and demonstration is perfectly easy to understand by Dr. Ujan Ravadkar, madam. Again, Raj Jadhav gives his comment that very informative session.
To join.
Dr. Boyke, sir, from Cyber. Session was very informative and knowledge gaining. There are some questions, and these questions are already answered by our resource person. And for this session, I want to thank you very much, sir, for such a type of good informative session. Thank you very much.
So once again, I thank all participants. I declare that this session is over.
Thank you, sir.
Hello all. Tomorrow at 9 o'clock, again we'll join for second day sessions. And all participants will get link on WhatsApp for attendance and feedback. Please fill the link below 10 p.m. Bye-bye. See you soon.
Ma'am, the feedback form will be sent it now, or
We'll be sending it on WhatsApp, sir.
okay.
Okay, sir. Is there any other query? Okay, thank you.
When will be the next session, madam?
Tomorrow 9 a.m. 9 at morning, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.